It always seems that projects on the homestead are never ending. As soon as we complete one project, there's another one waiting for our attention. Today is no exception. Our meat birds are in desperate need of more space as they've really grown in the last 2 weeks. It's time we get to work building their mobile chicken tractor so we can get them out on pasture and off my front porch. Good morning. Welcome back to the Southern Homestead. Today it's all about the baby chickens. If you remember, about almost 2 weeks ago, we got our meat birds in the mail, our Cornish cross. And as you can see behind me, they've settled in quite nicely into the brooder. But they're quickly growing and growing out of space. So today, Michael and I are going to be building our mobile chicken tractor for them to go out on pasture. I've already started weaning them from the warming lamp, and I turn it off during the day and they seem to do fine. I turn it on for them at night, and in the next week or so they won't need it at all. So that's what's on the agenda today. I'm also finishing up a batch of sweet relish that is about to go into the canner. I don't know what else we'll be up to today on the homestead, but I'm sure we'll take you along for the ride.
On today's agenda, we're going to build a chicken tractor. We found several plans out on the internet. We're going to kind of go fly by the seat of our pants. We're going to do a hoop method made out of hog panels and some treated lumber. The base of it will be a 2x6 treated, and we'll start from there. I want to clean up this area first. We'll work under this roof and get organized, and then we'll start mass producing this thing and show you how we're going to do.
So while Michael gets the barn cleaned up and ready for us to start putting together the new chicken coop, the mobile chicken coop, I'm going to go ahead and finish my relish. Yesterday I started chopping up the cucumbers and the bell peppers and the onions and got them with some salt into a pot and let them sit overnight. And now I'm just going to drain out the moisture and then get everything ready to go in the pot for my relish. So to the cucumber mixture, I'm going to add 5 cups of sugar and 5 cups of vinegar and some spices. And for the spices, we're going to do 3 tablespoons of celery seed, 3 tablespoons of mustard seed, and then 2 teaspoons of the ground turmeric. So I've got all my jars loaded up with the cucumber relish, and I'm going to go ahead and place them in the water bath canner for about 10 minutes. So Michael is already out in the barn starting to move things around to prepare our workspace, and I'm going to head on out there and see if I can give him a little help. So here I am in the barn, and this middle bay section here is typically our workspace. And thankfully we can open up both doors. There's a huge roll-up door on this side. There's the apothecary behind me. And a huge roll-up door on this side. And fortunately today, there's a nice cross breeze blowing right through. And it's not too bad in here right now, although it is very early in the morning and that's gonna change. But we do have a giant shop fan that I'm sure we'll be utilizing today. And hopefully it won't be making too much noise for filming purposes. So we are starting our project out in the barn, and boy, has it gotten hot. Thank God someone invented air conditioning. I need to put my jars on the counter to sit overnight for 24 hours. The relish has finished processing in the water bath canner. I'm also gonna grab us a nice big jar of homemade blueberry lemonade, which is the perfect drink for a day like today. Now that is a glass of lemonade.
As Ross Perot said, just as sure as a fox in a chicken coop, you gotta measure twice and cut once.
Making our way how God intended. Life on the homestead recommended. When the going gets tough and you're done pretending, life on the homestead recommended. There are no more 9 to 5 when you're living between the pines. No more struggling to get by when you're living in God's light. Whoa, that's the homestead life. Living the best life among the trees. Life on the homestead, oh so free. Roaming the land that we created. Life on the homestead, finally made it. We're living the life we dreamed of, full of life and full of love. Whoa, no more 9 to 5 when you're living between the pines. No more struggling to get by when you're living in God's light. Whoa, that's the homestead life. No more 9 to 5 when you're living between the pines. No more struggling to get by when you're living in God's light. Whoa, that's the homestead life. Whoa, that's the homestead life.
Good morning. It is now day 2 of our mobile chicken tractor build, and we are getting a little bit of a late start this morning. We had to run back to the hardware store for some more screws, and isn't that always the case? We have a whole barn full of supplies, screws and bolts and nuts, but of course it's not the ones we needed. So back to the hardware store. So today we're going to be focused on the door and securing the structure itself, making some bracing, and I think that's what Michael's doing right now. He is measuring for that bracing. And again, we have the shop fan going, so hopefully the audio is doing fine. We are not wearing mics today. Okay, well, we're off to John Boy's Meadow now. We need to pick up some of our hardware cloth or chicken wire that's out there. It's up by our new barn area where we store a lot of our extra supplies. So we're gonna go pick that up, and we're in the home stretch on this chicken tractor build. Well, after a short, well, maybe not so short, lunch break, we are back at it again with our chicken tractor build. And let me just say, I know every week I complain about the heat, but my gosh, the heat index, 110. What were we thinking?
Making our way how God intended. Life on the homestead recommended. When the going gets tough and you're done pretending. Life on the homestead recommended. There are no more 9 to 5 when you're living between the pines. No more struggling to get by when you're living in God's light. Whoa, that's the homestead life. living the best life among the trees. Life on the homestead, oh so free. Roaming the land that we created. Life on the homestead, finally made it. We're living the life we dreamed of, full of life and full of love. Whoa, no more 9 to 5 when you're living between the pines.
We are trying to wrap things up here on the chicken tractor build, and thankfully a thunderstorm is rolling in, so we have a bit of a reprieve. Oh goodness, a bit of a reprieve from the heat, but now we have thunder and lightning to deal with, and you know, hopefully we won't lose power.
It's a gully washer.
Okay, my friends, we are done for the day, and things have cooled down quite nicely. We are not 100% complete with our chicken tractor build, so we'll finish that up and show you the reveal in next week's video. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and check in on my garden. If you'll remember, I had to replant all of my sweet corn. It was an unfortunate failure on our part with our garden this year, but I have good news. We have sweet corn in the garden. It's looking pretty good. And also another little surprise, it looks like we'll be harvesting carrots this week. Thanks for joining us over the last few days. And like I said, we will keep you posted on the chicken tractor, and we'll just show you that reveal in a following video. We'll see you next time.